after the AFC Championship game yesterday. But after Brady spoke to the media, he went to Kansas City's locker room. And according to Jeff Darlington of ESPN, he said Tom Brady just quietly approached a security guard waiting outside the Chiefs locker room and asked if he could see Patrick Mahomes. Brady was escorted into a room where he briefly spoke with him, a very clear display of respect from one incredible quarterback to another.
Why are people being so cynical about this?
A lot of people are cynical about everything. Nobody believes anything is genuine or anyone is like nice for just to be nice.
Robert
anymore.
Kraft said last week, he said, Tom Brady's the best guy I've ever met. Like, why can't people just, is it like, I don't know if women are like this. Guys are jealous of other guys. They don't want to admit it, but, Tom's good looking, Tom's successful, Tom's the man. Like, at some point, let's just acknowledge he's a really great player and a really good dude.
I don't think it's necessarily like a gender thing. I think it's just everyone is a little bit skeptical about the genuine nature of anyone's actions anymore, which is pretty fair to be a little bit skeptical. And when it comes to Tom Brady, people already have their biases and just built-in hate for that. And we know like people hate sustained success.
They do.
I'm hating more just because I'm tired of it.
Well, you're from Miami.
I'm from Miami. I respect Tom Brady, obviously, as being the best quarterback ever, but like enough already. I want to see something else.
You know what? I will defend you because you're from the two places that should be crazy. Miami, where you play them twice a year, and Pittsburgh,
right,
where you can't get over them. You have every right. The only thing that would be different if you were related to Peyton Manning. So that would
right.
be like the troika.
That would be the trifecta. And listen, like I'm tired of seeing it, but I respect the greatness of it.
Yeah.
I don't have to enjoy it, but I do respect it. But I think that people are just, for all of those reasons.
There's fatigue.
There's fatigue, and Bill and Patriots hate because people think they get breaks and all of that. So, but I do think this was a nice thing, and I do think he meant it. I think he's getting to the point in his career where, like we talked about earlier, he's thinking about his legacy long term. Patrick Mahomes is obviously the future. The game didn't go the way that they wanted it to, but he did play an amazing fourth quarter.
Yes.
And had they gotten the ball in overtime, if the rules were different, maybe we would be having a different conversation today. But either way, I think Tom Brady was being genuine in that spot.
Yeah.
So the officiating, or the non-call that changed the end of the Saints-Rams game on a third down tied game, fourth quarter, Nickel Roby-Coleman tackled Tommy Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
We've all seen it a million times. It was obviously pass interference.
Yes.
Well, now the Washington Post is reporting that coaches may be allowed to throw challenge flags for pass interference penalties.
Good luck.
Next season. It's been discussed before, and it's been successfully implemented in the Canadian Football League, but it's never received support from the required 3/4 of the owners to change the rule. Would you want to see that rule?
No,
changed?
I mean, I think again, what's happening? Sports gambling has been by the Supreme Court okayed in America. So people are going to start. Most people will not win sports gambling, and so the people who lost this weekend are even more caustic, acerbic, and outraged by it. The reality, the downside of sports gambling is calls that used to drive us crazy now drive us crazy, and we lose money. And so there's let's have a petition, let's have a lawsuit. Folks, the referees decided this weekend, if you watch the games, to not call anything. Kansas City, New England, until the end, they didn't call anything.
Well, there's also, fans are fanatics, as we know. So there's the conspiracy theorists out there that say that, the NFL really wanted LA to be in the Super Bowl over the Saints. So, there's like...
For the record, in the Kansas City, New England game, there were multiple reviews, and either the refs or the replay got it right every time. And I mean, there was at the end of that Kansas City, New England game, catch, no catch, punt, Edelman. And every single time, despite what Arrowhead Stadium, the noisiest place on earth, felt the refs got it right, or the review got it right. So the league, let's not hyperventilate here because somebody lost some money on a bet.
I understand the frustration of Saints fans. I don't think I want to see pass interference reviewed. The review's already just exhausting, and sometimes it just goes on forever.
By the way, don't we want the best two teams in the Super Bowl? Kansas City's defense stinks, and New Orleans' offense in the last month stinks. We're getting the two best teams. We're getting New England that's balanced and does everything pretty well, and we're getting a Rams team that went into the loudest place in the world and won. We got the best two teams.
People hate LA, which is understandable.
I get it.
And people are tired of seeing the Patriots, which is understandable. So, I mean, if you're a fan of either of those teams or you're in those cities, you might be like, why don't you want to see this? It's understandable why. Yeah. Finally, Drew Brees will have a little while to get over what happened yesterday after the gut-wrenching 26-23 overtime loss. But he did say that he will be planning to return next year.
this is all still pretty fresh, but just going to, take a few days to kind of let it all settle in and talk with my teammates and my coaches. But I plan on being here next year and making another run at it.
That is seething disappointment coming from Drew Brees. It would have been cool to see Drew Brees in the Super Bowl. I picked the Rams just because I felt like I liked what I saw from them as of late, as opposed to the Saints. But, it looked like it was going to be a disaster for the Rams at the beginning of that game.
I still contend to go on the road, to be lost for an hour, to have no Todd Gurley, and to win. Don't kid yourself. The O-line, better protection, Rams. The D-line, more pressure, Rams. To go in and not, if I'd have said to you, Saints, Alvin Kamara literally won't play before the game, you'd be like, we're in big trouble. Todd Gurley essentially didn't play, and they won on the road.
That's very bizarre.
Yes.
The whole Todd Gurley situation.
I still think he's hurt. I think he's hurt. He has to be. Something's not right with Todd Gurley.
There's something going on.
You can't go from the second best back in the NFL to literally, we're going to play C.J. Anderson and let you watch on a bike.
I don't get it.
I think it's it
has to be an injury, right?
I think it is. And when players get injured, they lose their confidence. They don't feel. I think Todd's just not right. Again, this is no inside information. If you take an athlete who's an elite athlete and he's injured, he's not the same guy either physically or mentally. I think Todd, he missed blocks. He couldn't catch the ball. I think he needs a great 9 days of rehab.
Well, he's going to get a great 9 days of rehab, rest, and plenty of questions, and Sean McVay is too.
Yeah. Good stuff. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The HERDLINE News.
It's the three-word game. We talk about every team in the upcoming Super Bowl and a tip of the cap to Baker Mayfield. That's all coming up next. Dollar Shave Club starts as a company that had cheap razors. And that in itself was interesting because razors are expensive and you go to a big box retailer and you feel like you're getting robbed. But Dollar Shave Club now has everything you need to look, smell, and feel your best. From body wash, shampoo, toothpaste, you don't have to go to the store comes to you. They have a program now where they automatically keep you stocked on the products you use. Plus, they have a handsome discount, so the more you buy, the more you save. Doesn't matter what it is. Your hair, skin, face, head to toe, they've got you covered. And they have these starter sets that get you in the door for $5 if you don't want to spend a lot, and from there you'll get hooked. Like their oral care kit, $5, that's it. After that, the restock box ships. Regular size products at a regular price. DollarShaveClub.com/Colin, COLIN. DollarShaveClub.com/Colin. Try their oral care kit, just $5.